Daytona. Can a rookie win? Yes, he can win here. But to do that, he's going to have to beat a guy that's won here 8 times, Bobby Gerhart. Here he is last year. This is about lap number 10. He comes in for a splash of fuel. He never came back to pit road. He was on the racetrack. Last restart, Alex Bowman runs out of gas. Coming off turn 4, our leader, Brandon McReynolds, runs out of gas. Bobby Gerhart was running 5th. He ends up in victory lane for the 8th time. You got to beat him to win this race.
But what do I know? Whoever I pick never wins, because Bobby Gerhart always does.
You might want to pick Bobby Gerhart this year.
Let's see if we can talk to Bobby Gerhart. Hey, Bobby Gerhart, Phil Parsons up in the ARCA booth, speed booth. Can you hear me?
10-4, Phil, loud and clear.
All right, buddy, you've won this thing 8 times, and you've done it different ways. How are you going to win number 9 today? What's your strategy?
Like we talked earlier, you just got to play this thing like a little bit of a chess game. And, you know, we've got a few aces, I believe, up our sleeves. And but no matter who wins this thing, Phil, it's going to have to come with a break. The race is going to have to come to me at some degree. But I guess we'll just going to have to wait and see how this Lucas team's going to take it.
All right, buddy, great job out there all these years, and let's see if you can make it number 9.
It's been my pleasure. What a ride. Just want to thank all the fans come out to see us, you know, over all my 25-year career and 50 years of ARCA. And certainly a shout out to everybody in TV land, and hopefully we'll keep everybody on the edge of their seat, Phil.
All right, thanks, Bobby.
Well, they'll definitely be on the edge of their seat. How about Bobby Gerhart? This car actually has won here the past 2 years. And very impressive, right?
Yeah.
What about his backup, Phil?
It won in 2010.
So 2 cars that Bobby Gerhart brought to Daytona account for 3 wins, the last 3 wins at this racetrack.
And, you know, we go to Talladega, which is very similar, probably more similar now to Daytona now that they both have been repaved. He will not take this car to Talladega.
Right.
He keeps this car right here for Daytona.
So Bobby Gerhart obviously has to be one of the favorites, if not the favorite, for today's race.
Jim Trado. The Zaxby's Toyota is down on pit road. P2 for the pole sitter, John West Townley. The call from crew chief Kevin Reed. Fuel only. No adjustments. Just a splash and he's gone. Safe for Bobby Gerhart in the black number 5 Lucas Oil Chevy. He'll beat him up pit road. Put the 5 out front first.
You see that brought on the fist pump there.
Oh, trouble.
And we've got issues in the tri-oval. The 3 involved. Drew Charlson. The 55 of Venturini Motorsports car up into the wall.
That's Bubba Wallace in the 55 car. A lot of cars involved here. Saw Drew Charlson, as you mentioned, the 3 car. There's a 25.
25 of Justin Boston.
A couple of Venturini cars involved.
69 of Steve Kemp.
Brett Hudson, the 11 car. Wow, a lot of damage to Bubba Wallace's car.
While this happened, that's Bill Gerhart. He may have just won this race, or at least that's what he thinks. I'm guessing there's a few more restarts.
John West here.
Yeah, I don't think Bobby Gerhart would mind Chris Buescher being behind him. Remember, 2 years ago, Chris Buescher followed Bobby Gerhart all the way to the checkered flag and finished 2nd in his rookie year.
Numerous young drivers, when you ask them if there's a strategy that they have coming into Daytona, they say, well, anywhere near Gerhart will be good.
So as some of these competitors he's racing with came down as early as lap 11 for fuel, Bobby Gerhart, you know, will want to stretch it. Kimmel had an assurance pit stop lap 20. He's right in the thick of things with a lot more gas than some of the other guys.
We've had a lot of caution laps. Very, very soon, I think Chris Buescher needs to back off and let these guys race it out for the win here. I know he wouldn't want somebody 6 laps down interfering with his opportunity to win a race. So I think at some point he needs to back off and then let these guys fight it out.
Just 11 laps to remain from Daytona. Bobby Gerhart out in front. Once he was able to take the lead, no one has been able to get out of line and even challenge him for that top spot. A lot of amazing things just taking place on the racetrack just as we were coming back from break. Bobby Gerhart just rocketed down pit road at speed. It looked as though he got a little bit loose coming out of 4. And it looked like it might have been John West Townley who got into the back of him.
Yeah, just prior to that, we saw the move over flag being displayed for Chris Buescher. He moved out of the way on the backstretch to let these guys fight it out. You see right now the 15 car, John West Townley, in the lead with Kyle Larson, the 4 car, running 2nd.
Now, John West Townley had come up on the 5. You take a look at this. Buescher moves out of the way. Here comes John West Townley. They're working through 3 and 4. And it looked like the 5 was slowing down.
Bobby definitely slowed for some reason. John West may have gotten to the back of him. You see him come down pit road at speed. I think the rule is that you have to slow down. You won't necessarily get penalized for speeding, but you have to make an opportunity or an effort to slow down. It didn't look like Bobby did coming down pit road.
Phil, you remember what Kyle said? Potentially they didn't put all the fuel in that 5 just in case they could get off pit road early. Could he have run out of fuel coming out of 4?
He could have, but he didn't stop, though. He didn't stop on pit road, and he's still running on the racetrack.
Jim, what happened with the 5 of Bobby Gerhart?
Bobby Gerhart just told his brother Billy in the pits, I don't know what happened, but when he came off of turn 4, he got a bit of a nudge, but when he came down pit road, he said the car stuttered. The car sputtered a bit, and now it's sputtering again on the number 5 Lucas Oil Chevy. They're getting the gas cans ready. He pitted on lap number 11. He's already pitted on lap 5 and won this race, but the Lucas Oil Chevrolet may be out of fuel.
And there's the 5, and it looks as though he's going to go all the way up against the inside wall as the field continues around this 2.5-mile super speedway. Now it's 1 car length as they work through 3 and 4 and come out to the tri-oval. John West Townley, after winning the pole here at Daytona, now being chased by Kyle Larson, coming into the tri-oval. John West Townley will win at Daytona.
And the Vendorinis finally get to victory lane in Daytona.
The celebration will start right now for that whole Venturini family and team.